Welcome everyone to the International Fab Talks. Thank you for being here with us, my dear friends. As usual, we are again connected with one of the most beautiful people on earth. Now you'll ask me why, ma'am, you're saying this. Yes, dear friends, we are connected with one of the most beautiful human beings on earth who's connected with animals, who loves animals, who stands up for the rights of animals. A person who thinks that animals too have a life and they have feelings. And many of us forget this. Even if though we are pet owners, we forget that animals do have feelings, and sometimes we are very harsh and cruel with our own pets at home. Leave alone being harsh to our family members, we are even harsh to our pets who haven't done anything to us or triggered us in any way. Let's welcome our celebrity and guest. He's joining us all the way from Hyderabad, Telangana. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Namaste, ma'am. Salam alaikum. Very good afternoon.
Yes. My dear friends, you must be wondering who is the special guest. He is none other than Mr. SYED Saleem. He's here with us to share all about his journey connected with animals. He loves and wishes to have every one of you on this platform to share the same view and the opinion that yes, animals do have their share to stay on this planet, and the universe, to connect with us in the right way. Sir, thank you so much for taking out the time and being here with us. I go ahead and share your profile in a very brief way.
It's all my pleasure, ma'am. It's all
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, dear friends, I'd like to just go ahead and share the profile of our celebrity and guest in a very brief way. As I earlier mentioned, he's Mr. SYED Saleem, and he's an animal rescuer, an animal feeder, a vet specialist in treating the voiceless. And he's having a lot of expertise with regard to animal psychology as to how animals also suffer from different kinds of torture, or it could be different types of feelings and pain. He will just explain all of that when you go. I will not go deeper into that. And he's also a delivery specialist. When I say delivery specialist, is yes, you got that right, a delivery specialist for the voiceless. And till date, more than 85 successful dog deliveries have been done in Telangana. And to add to that, sir is the chairman of Dad's Pets and Health Services. He's also the founder of Petasainik India, and which is a beautiful team connected with animal welfare. And friends, sir is also connected with PETA. We'll get to know more about it. It is People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. And apart from that, sir is a great humanitarian as well, doing a lot of work and inspiring the younger generation and one and all. And to add to that, sir is also a model and is having some type of a stint or a connection with the sign world, or you could say the modeling world. Let's get to know more about our celebrity and guest on this short journey of connecting with inspiring people on the International Fab Talks. And I'd like to thank Sujata ma'am for sharing the contact details of Saleem sir. Hello, Saleem sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very good afternoon. It's all my pleasure. I'm very much thankful to International Fabtalks and all, and as well as Sujata ma'am and everybody who are putting forward their effort for getting united to me together to make our awareness campaigns and everything strong in order to give justification to the voiceless. I'm very, very thankful to everybody, whoever are supporting me in this regard, because today voiceless are in big suffering. So just for their and their success and their very good freedom life for what we are fighting with. We are facing a lot of consequences in the society in order to balance the children and attacks of the children, giving them awareness and all these things also. We are continuing by grace of God till the extent, but thanks for all your kind support in order to bring it to the right platform where a number of people can hear. And special thanks to you, ma'am.
Most welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, I have a question for you. How would you define the real Saleem? Who is that Saleem, sir, who is connected with, the animal world?
Ask me that how do I define Saleem? I don't want to ever define about Syed or Saleem, man, because Syed or Saleem is just a fetus of my father who is born on this planet, who don't have any caliber or any capabilities. He's just born by the blessing of God and just a fetus. So I'm equal to the dogs who are on the road who are also a fetus. So I don't just only the blessing what God gave me is to speak. That's more than enough for me to do the justification for the voiceless. And even I'm born to Sharma or Sujata or somebody else also, it doesn't make a difference for me because I'm a soul. And I don't love people by looking at their beauty or their, the presentations and all, because that love doesn't exist properly. And it's not about breed, it's not about the shape and the color and all. It's all about the soul to soul connection and the communication. So when people start thinking like this, then automatically they will get to know what is what. So for myself, I myself feel very comfortable and very happy to call myself as dog instead of calling Sayyid Saleem today. Because I don't like to name myself and particularity stamp on my head stating that I am belong to this religion. No, I'm not belong to any religion. I'm directly belong to universal God directly. And I pray to him and I just follow him. And whatever the creatures, whatever he had given in this planet, we don't have any planet rights or a lease agreement with us. We can't rule, we can't do slavery on them, or we can't make them slaves of us. We can't kill them, we can't abuse them and all. So I will put my effort to protect that thing as much as I can. And how many babies I could accommodate today, I am accommodating as much as I can. And almost 90,000 to 1 lakh every month I'm spending on the strays. It's my hard-earned income. As I am into veterinary field, I told you, I get n number of almost I think 5 to 6,000 customers what I have in my hand. Whereas in the starting stage, when I got departed from my wife and my children and started this services all alone, I was all alone. At that time, I was just like in intention that I am a pet lover and I will get few of the dogs and I can enjoy with them and start my companionship with them. But from there, the life turned very different again. And I could see that a lot of babies are suffering on the dogs, on the roads, and as well as in the houses of the people. And I can see a lot of people purchased a lot of breed dogs in the lockdown time, whereas they were not having good entertainment at home at that point of time. They buy a lot of babies, and now I think almost they are for 3 years, 5 years like that. They are getting all the babies to the slum areas of the city outskirts. They're tying them in this hot summer without even keeping a biscuit packet, either a bowl of a water. Even though if they keep also hardly 1 hour, it can sustain. And after that, it can't. It's cutting the chain and going to the owner's house back. Still, they are getting it back again and they're tying it with the strongest wire, leaving it in the hot sun and moving off. And I can see a lot of people taking the street dogs, putting them in the bags, getting here, whereas I am staying in the outskirts, leaving them running away from here in the midnights at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock and 2 o'clock. No CCTV footages here, no CCTV cameras here. None of the people have any security. Either the MLA don't respond to this, either the corporator don't respond to this, either a colony president don't respond to this. And I think when we vote these people, we do have the capability of showing our selfie photograph that we had voted them and put it in Instagram. But instead of putting it in Instagram, taking a photograph and a passport pic of them and keep it in the pocket and going and start questioning the people who has to do their works properly in order to do the sterilization, in order to do the awareness campaigning of animals, and how to save our Indian strays, especially. They are Indians. Being Indians, we don't respect our own Indians. We get imported dogs into the country. We give more importance to them. And there are a lot of manufacturing units today distributing a lot of products here, making money, minting money. But none of the people are even responsible or even thinking to at least contribute 0.5% of their annual income to the NGOs who are putting their efforts in the day and night. No time. People are leaving their husbands and people are leaving their children, people are leaving their wives because they have the animal love and they are not even treated as a transgender in the society, at least not even respected as a transgender in the society. Being a veterinary person, from last 8 months, I am suffering to get a house for rent to keep my babies along with me in my house, whereas I can't abandon them. Entire colony is forcing me to abandon my pets, whereas it is legally prohibited by the court of law. But none have the capability to conduct the counseling, either to put the flexes, either to do the campaigning and provide awareness. And I, being a person who is born in 80s, I had been seeing decades till date. In this particular decades, what had been going through, the generation changing into the millennium and all, whatever the changes happened, in this particular changes, what I could find is before there was a forest and today there are directly houses. People are keep on growing and growing and growing. There is no such organization, whereas coming into the society, forcing the people, putting them into the jalis, taking them into the vans, taking them to the Blue Cross type of a hospitals and doing the sterilizations and leaving them. Even this should happen to humans. Then they will realize what is the importance of a sterilization is and who gave us permission to do the sterilizations for the voiceless. Okay, because we are keep on growing and growing, we are trying to protect ourselves and our kids. I agree, we are doing sterilizations. Well and fine. But what about the babies who are already born on the land? Now, the babies who are born on the land, who are having the birth rights, who are born freedom, are today suffering more than any creature in this universe ever. In the houses, people pour acids on the sleeping babies of 2 months. I can see a rescued acid baby, burned baby with me. Whereas from last 15 to 20 days, I am giving the medication. I am giving complete day, pin to pin attention to it and taking care of the baby and doing the spoon feeding to the baby. So my concern is when Supreme Court had given a judgment that a woman cannot be taken the ultrasound scanning and she cannot what you call it as ask the particular doctor or anybody else to diagnose whether the fetus is a woman or female or a male, and they cannot abort. If it is true that the judgment had been given by the Supreme Court of Law, then when we give such respect to our own sister, when we give such respect to our own mother, because they are women and they have fetus in their tummy, and we do respect them because they give life, right? The same life, when we can see another woman with the same organ, with the same respiratory system, same everything, the only dummy thing is they cannot speak. That's the only point. But when they even cross the roads, we don't even respect them that they are Indians, they are our Indian babies, who are our Sainiks. We are trying to misbehave with them. We don't even think. They are crushing the dogs, they are going away with the vehicle. None are feeling responsible when they are moving on the road. They don't feel to stop. They don't feel to just buy a 15 rupees of a haldi packet and 15 rupees of a salt packet to bury them. Whereas humans are learned to bury the humans after death is from the animals. Even though we get educated by them, we learn by them. When there was no police officials also properly organized in the community in 1960s and 70s, a lot of dogs had sacrificed their life for saving the families and for saving the soldiers and all. Nobody had given out awarded or rewards to them. But today, like my son standing in my home, if he is having a toothache, if he is having a pain or a earache, if he is having a lot of severe pain where he is not sustainable or he is not controllable, then he comes to me and he speaks me that Dad, I'm having this. But what about those babies? When we go on the vehicle, when we go in the car, we are shaded inside and the rain is completely coming. We are very much worried by seeing the news channel that floods are coming, that happening, this happening. Okay, fine. Just go out of the house and see out of the gate how many dogs are suffering with the ear pain and the tooth pain, how many babies are crying literally by making their lives miserable because of humans. This type of all things I could see in day-to-day basis, ma'am. Whenever I go in a vehicle, there is no day that I don't cry. There is no day I don't tear from my eyes. People don't even have pity on pregnant dogs. People don't have pity on the mating dogs. People misabuse them very badly. People sexually abuse animals. They don't and do a sexual abuse on a 3 months or a 6 months baby. There is a Muslim lady, just because she is an animal feeder, she had been suffering throughout her 8 years of life to fight with the society. How many animal feeders and rescuers are today facing this type of issue? None of the animal feeder or a rescuer or a veterinary person is not even treated as a prostitute in the society, not even given respect like a beggar in the society. They don't give residences. Now, where we own our houses, we can't place them so many dogs, and we can't continue our services at that point of places. We came to the outskirts where there are 200 acres of forest, nothing else left there. That end part we are here, but I am ending up fighting with political leaders. I have a life threat with a lot of people because I move around in the night time for feeding the dogs because I don't want to create any sort of nuisance to the society. I don't want to create any sort of trouble to any sort of citizens, and I don't want to file up the cases against the citizens because my motto is not that. My motto is to let my brotherly and sisterly people to understand We are protected by the CCTV and AK-47 at that point of generation when we were not secure in the society at all by the colony presidents, either the courageous fathers by the home. At that point of time itself, these people had served a lot of families. Now, today, in 2024, we celebrate a lot of Independence Day and we started cursing the voiceless life like Britishers and started ruling them. None of the people have any agreement from the God that the planet is belong to humans. We can't do that. They have their birthrights. If we can do only one thing is bring awareness. From 1980s, I had been seeing a lot of movies till date. And I'm inspired by Chiranjeevi Megastar Garu, who is Mr. Padma Bhushan, Dr. Chiranjeevi Garu, and his brother, who is one of the Janasena chairman, the proprietor, who is Mr. Pawan Kalyan Garu, who is one of the Janasena main person, okay, who is a film actor. I had been working with them. I had brought up my childhood and I had learned a lot of things by their good deeds. And I had been I was a public relation officer for Human Rights Commission Nampalli in Hyderabad. And I had done 17 love marriages. And I had protected a lot of women for women empowerment also. I had been fighting before and had rescued women from the prostitution houses before and had almost stopped 60 to 70 divorce cases in the court of law in Hyderabad and given counseling to them and all. I had given my efforts to the citizens as well. But today, I wanted to support both of them because being a father, I also would like to protect my children and as well as the other society children as well. In order to do this thing, what we need to do is campaigning about cigarette no smoking and alcohol no smoking in the theater. Government thinks that it is very important. And also government thinks that alcohol is the only thing which is generating a lot of economy in the state. So that's why we can't stop the selling of the alcohol. Very well and fine. But still you post ads by creating awareness that it causes cancer and all. One side you do this, one side you generate the business. One side you make the money of that, one side you do the awareness campaign. Okay, that's all about you. No problem. I am concerned here is only for the voiceless. So my concern to the government and my voice to the government is stating that the campaign of the cigarette and alcohol is so important today in this generation, and as well as the campaign of the awareness of voiceless importance in the society is the most important thing which need to be played after national anthem in every theater. And in every television, in every YouTube channel, this has to be telecasted that our Indian strays has to be protected by our own Indians. We can't spit on our Indian face being an Indian. We can't ruin their life. So this realization has to come into the people, ma'am. So my fight is, the only thing is a basic concern. When you're moving around, somebody got fits and he's paralyzed on the road and he's, in the hot sun, he's suffering on the road. Being a human being, you might not put a lot of money on him, no problem at all. But at least 10 minutes, stand for him, accumulate somebody, arrange something from there and move off. At least put on a vote to somebody. Doing something, a point of a drop of help. In the same way, when voiceless baby is passed away on a road, somebody crushed it with a vehicle. People started moving the same way with their vehicles on the baby. If the same thing happens to my son or somebody's son, will this the same thing we do? Why today we are doing only with them? And my main point is, I had recently also put up a mail to PETA India, FIAP Organization Federation, India Protection of Animals Organizations, and as well as I had put up to AWBI, Animal Welfare Board of India, and People for Animals, to Gauri Moleka ji and Maneka Gandhi ji and everybody, Blue Cross and everybody, stating that I'm begging everybody to conduct a meeting whereas we will get united together. If something going bad against the voiceless, we need not to react badly on the citizens who are also having the voice. God is blessed us with the voice where we can speak to each other. Instead of wasting time on fighting in the cases, we can speak to each other and arrange and organize the things as per our comfortability and live peacefully in the society. Instead of doing that thing in a very proper way or an organized way, we are screwing it up unnecessarily. We are screwing it up, messing up, and putting complaints on each other. So my focus is not to put the complaints and file up the complaints against the people and put them into the trouble and not to prove myself I'm a godfather. No, because even though 10 million if I make today and put for the dogs or anything else, nobody will remember me after 15 years. So whatever today I am doing is for only my soul satisfaction, not for making money. I am related to my universe and my God directly. So how important my son or my daughter is, key role in my life, the same of my Indian strays. Indian strays, Gomata, and everybody are equal to me because today's sparrows are erased out of the city, erased in the village at all, erased in the city at all. Completely. Gomatas even not even treated properly. People take milk from them, squeeze their lives. Okay, they give good healthy milk to their children and all. If that particular Gomata is met with an accident on the road and they are suffering, none of the people stop their vehicle and contribute their 5 minutes to them. Why? If they don't get the children, if some guru or a baba or somebody comes and tell them, you take Gomutram and put on your home inside and do some homam and all, everything will go alright, they will do it. But they are in need. When they are in need, they use everything. But today, voiceless are in need of us. They are only expecting our love. Nothing much. Nothing much they are expecting. So what is my concern to CM Revanth Reddy Garu, who is belong to Telangana? Being a CM, being a municipal councillor or a municipal mayor or a municipal commissioner, it is 100%, it is their responsibility that they have to convey this to every individual colony presidents. The same Maneka Gandhiji passed over letter, the parliament letter, and as well as the Supreme Court judgment to be printed in a small booklet and pass over through the complete all the colonies. Whereas everybody should get aware. There is a separate community to protect the animals, and we should also equally respect towards them and take care of them. Everybody should know. None of the people know clearly that there is something called the Animal Act in India. None of the people are afraid of the police officials, either afraid of any political leaders. They cut even the municipal plants. They use their influences. They don't pay any money or any fine to municipal. But actually, they are eligible to pay 5,000 for a plant demolition. But they don't pay. They manipulate because Supreme Court is sitting there and passing the law. But who is the management who is sitting here and observing every pinpoint that what is happening when we had created a uniformity or a system, whether it is functioning or not, none of the people are there to take a protocol. Now, people who are taking the oaths and sitting in the chairs, they are very much happy but comfortable making money. But what about the people who are internally suffering? Now, in this particular colony, if I have 150 families together, 150 families, out of 150 families, not everybody are against the dog. Only 1 or 2 families or 3 families are against the babies. If they are against, they will be against 1 or 2 dogs because they might have some bad experience. Because see, no human is born with such jealousy and burning and all. But some experience might happen to them. We also should consider being a human. We also should consider it. Taking into the consideration, we should not file up the cases and all. Okay, fine. But how we can educate them and educate the children? So my point is, when we start educating the children from the assemblies of the school and conduct 10 team people from every NGO, from people for animals and from everybody, 10 people get accumulated, book up the appointment of this week. Every day, one school to one particular 2 of the members of the team can go, take 10 minutes of assembly time, do the advertisement and awareness there, stating that how to do's and don'ts first with the strays. Do's and don'ts, don't run. When you feed, you have to feed it, don't run. When they are mating, be away from it, no throwing stones and all. Okay, they are human beings. There are live beings in front of us, and there are babies. We should protect them. Instead, other bikes and everything moving on, or soundy vehicles are coming when they are mated and all. It is a kind consideration and a cooperation towards them that we stand there. Don't let anybody to come there and disturb them. If a baby falls down, being a veterinary person, I know what sort of a pain she undergoes in the vagina, and her uterus prolapse comes out, and what sort of a tumor comes, what sort of a problem she suffers, I know. And the bleed starts for the male dogs, and they continue suffering with the bleeding from the penis. It's completely a biological science. We need to understand how important our mother fetus is. It's same with the babies also. So this particular change has to come from the school assemblies itself. That we go teach the children, if a dog comes to bite in the streets, how to save themselves and protect themselves from the stray dog attacks. First point, which is a raising problem in some colonies. But before a stray dog attacking, what made her to do that thing and what had taken her into such extreme depression or a mind status is a reason of humans. Because never a monkey or a dog directly come and attack somebody with no reason. No. If you take out the video footage of last 7 days or 15 days of a dog and what it is movement, you will get all the details. Till date, whatever the attacks happened in Hyderabad, they were directly attacked the human being, not the food packets what they have in the hand. If the baby attacks for food, they attack the bag directly, they run away with the bag. They don't bite the humans. Their focus is only on the bag of the food, but they don't do it. I feed every day, man. I cry with the babies. They fight. They have quarreling and all in the roads. At that point of them, they have dermatitis, they have bites, they have different sort of infections and all. I myself, I spend my money, I give my injections and all, and I protect them. See, it's not great what I'm doing. What I'm feeling is today my both children are very important to me. My younger son is pursuing for MBA first year, and my little one is pursuing for seventh standard. Okay, the elder one is pursuing for MBA first year. Keeping my family, I left my family from last 3.5 years, and I started these services. When I started these services, I was a zero knowledge person that something bad like this is happening. I don't even have any knowledge. I was brought up, I was completely educated in Dubai, UAE. I had been working with BCCI Cricket Board Association. I was in organizing committee of BCCI Cricket Board Association. As everybody were living, I was living the same. I need to eat shawarma, I need to eat that, I need to buy something for my children, my wife, my family. These all things messed up in my life, entire life, and this happened. I don't have literally, I don't even have knowledge of purchasing a 1 gram of a gold one. Literally, I'm telling you. I might be aged, but I don't have any knowledge on this because I'm a born orphan. I have my mother, and I'm an adopted son of Hyderabad Nizam Sarkar, last grandson, who had been Emirates Airlines pilot in Dubai, UAE. And the adopted mother of mine is my own elder mom. She had been working in her lifetime for Dubai duty free. And my younger brother is there. My elder brother is there, who is her son. He is one of the cricket players for Dubai cricket team. My grandfather is SM Hadi Saab, who is founder of Ranji Trophy to Hyderabad, one of the cricketer to Hyderabad. Keeping all this, I don't have zero assets in my life. I lost almost 8 to 8.5 crores in Dubai UAE because I used to have an LLC company organization in Dubai UAE, and I used to own my 3 companies in Dubai, India, in Hyderabad, and I'm a CCTV engineer as well. CCTV chief engineer. I used to install a lot of IP cameras, non-IP cameras. I used to integrate PCB modules, interlocking systems, and almost 850 technicians throughout India had been trained under me, and they are working still. So my focus is, after seeing of all these life, I am got irritated of satisfying ourselves and being selfish so badly, around clothing, around being beautiful, around entertainments, televisions and all, everything. I had adopted old age home in India in Hyderabad for 5 years. I had adopted a 60 babies of an orphanage. I had given my services for almost 5 years. There also I got a bad experience because the caretaker itself abusing the children, or something mess up happened which hurted me very much. I got very much irritated on that, because how can we, being educated, do the things, such type of things in the society with little babies, children, and animals? How we can't be, we are born to our mother. We have sisters at home. How can we do to that extent? What can happen if you don't even perform that act? Nothing will happen. I don't know. Today, I left my wife from last 3 years, ma'am. I don't have any companionship in my life. But I don't really miss it because I have biggest blessing ever in my life. That is these people. When I feed them, when they eat, today I have so many abandoned dogs. I will share you my video in the WhatsApp when I go to my shelter land. Every baby is breeds. Every baby is breeds. End of the meeting, I'll show you the glands, what I have in my home. And that also I will share you the video, man. They get very, very good breeded dogs, man. The most expensive dogs. They tie on the road. Whereas that particular dogs cannot be left on the road with the strays. They can't mingle up and stay together. For them, I am paying 30,000 a month, and I had taken a shelter, and I'm accommodating them, and I be whole night awake with them there, whereas no security guard there for them. But till what extent? Today I can't tell you. From last 3.5 years, I don't even have an option of getting a temperature of 1 or 2 in my life to rest myself. No, I'm the only alone. My wife, she can't cook. She can't much help here because she's already having 2 children, and she's having after COVID, she got complete allergic infection with my younger kid, whereas her lungs got infected after COVID, and they are very much dusty and allergic. to the pets and their hairs and all. Now it is mandatory that I have to get separated to my family if I have to protect them and protect these. I'm separated to my wife. I'm not with my wife anymore. And we compromised even to take divorce now. I don't have any problem. But the point is, the law on them. And I swear I'm telling ma'am, in Telangana state, none of the police constables or officials are clearly informed or educated or campaigned, creating awareness. There is something law from the Supreme Court for animals, for animal rescuers, for animal feeders. None of the people have knowledge, but they have 2, 2 and 3, 3 stars on their shoulders. So what is lacking in our system? Who has to take an initiative? Who are blaming the voiceless? Who has to create that comfort? Who are sitting on the seats? Who is the mayor who is not taking responsibility? 2 or 3 dogs or 4 dogs having mental disability or psychological disturbance in their mind because the past happened. People do their festivals, they enjoy. They get a festival, they enjoy with their families at their home. They eat, they sleep happily. Whenever they get a festival, voice is the first person who will be suffering. First life who will be suffering. With Sankranti, they suffer. With Diwali, they suffer. Some bugger got born in this planet as everybody born. That's why they celebrate birthdays on the roads with the cakes and all. They booze on the roads. They hit with the bottle to the babies. The babies get harmed on their eyes, on their faces. None of the people are responsible to even question them. If I do the same with their brothers or sisters, who will keep calm? Who will keep calm? Like this, if I accumulate 10 animal feeders and start attacking those type of people and start hitting them and filing the police cases, what will happen? But I don't want to continue that. I don't want to do that because I wanted to cultivate love in them who are thinking that they are wrong. No, they are not wrong. They are our AK-47. They are our Sainiks. Just educate our children to feed 5 rupees of a biscuit when they come out of my home, out of their homes. Just feed them. They die for us. They sacrifice their life for us. They protect our women. Today, 3 years and 8 years and 5 years of a babies are raped here in the forest. After 3 rapes, then the police caught that girl who is from Bihar, came and staying in this locality, who had done this woman. 3 years baby, 5 years baby, and 8 years baby had got raped by multiple bites on their body. That guy today enjoying happily in the prison. What sort of punishment had been given to him? Why in the same locality where he has done, there is no complete a cage done by the government and placed it in the same society till he pass away in the same cage? Do one thing like that and see somebody comes and put their hand on a woman or a girl. I will see the change in the society. Why nobody takes a change? They come and beg for votes every time. Why don't we slap them when they come to the beg? Why don't we answer them? Why don't we question them? Why don't we make them to stand in our lanes? Why people don't even raise their voices for this? It's not only about women and kids, ma'am. It's everywhere it's happening with every point. See, voiceless today suffering, everything is internally connected. People say, you are feeding, we are facing problem. Who are you to feed? They ask me like this, who are you to feed? Then I ask, who are you to ask me this question? My mom given me birth with all the fundamental rights. I'm not born slave to you. Just be out from my life, I said. He might be a leader. I don't give him bullshit to him because I had seen a lot of money in my life. Money is not important here. Money is not at all play a big role. If Maneka Gandhiji from the parliament speaks to the Revant Reddy Garu, who is the CM of Telangana, speaks to Chiranjeevi Garu, who is megastar of Hyderabad, Telangana. Okay, in India, megastar Garu, Ramcharan Garu, Upasana Garu, there are big people who have very golden heart, who are giving operations to the humans for the cancer patients and for brain hemorrhages and many other good activities they are doing for humans. Okay, so that type of people can come together, sit together, make our NGO strong. How? Don't do any favor from the government side. Don't give any money from your pocket. No, we don't want anything. At least what I say is, you had built houses. People are building their houses by collapsing the ponds, by collapsing the grounds, by collapsing everything. From every state, people are coming and start residing here. No visa restrictions. No visa payments given to Telangana state. No local and unlocal, non-local recognition given. Okay. So everybody can come and stay here. They can take residences for tenant, for being rented here. They can give birth to the children. They can generate economy in Telangana state by the name of deliveries, by the name of medications, by the name of food, by the name of jobs, whatever, a number of reasons. But that type of person, if he wanted to breed an Indian dog at home, people don't give rent house to him. And the owner says him, if you feed the dog, you vacate the house. For this type of owners, Telangana government should raise up 0.5% of extra tax, house tax from them. Take the money, direct that funds to the NGOs, make them more stronger in the society to give the best facilitation for the voiceless. Don't sanction any GO from your pocket money or from the government money. No, you can generate here, because in 1980s, I used to have 10 dogs in my home and 8 buffaloes in my home and 50 chickens in my home. Never I had seen so many medical halls, so many people minting money on selling bills, and so many manufacturers to the Royal Can Food, Pedigree, Drolls. These all people sell so many foods, make money. No problem. After making money, because Telangana government had issued you license here to do that thing, and it had given a survival support to you and your family, to your children, to get educated here, to survive your family. It is your responsibility being a citizen. When you are making money on voiceless, you need to give at least 0.2% of your annual income to the voiceless and to the NGOs. Divert that income to the NGOs, and I will see how NGOs will work more stronger in the society. Why nobody takes support? Why nobody takes stand? Only municipal corporation and municipal mayors and municipal commissioners are only to sit and eat cream buns and to make money on the plants. Whoever are cutting the plant, they will make money. They sit. Huh? They don't even come and look after all these things. 1 or 2 colonies might have some issues. Some dogs have psychological disturbance. No problem at all. Including the NGOs, there are a lot of professional trainers in our India. Tie up with the trainers. Take 40 or 20 onboard trainers. Okay. Wherever the issues are, directly navigate them. Take a protocol. Get the complete information from the mayors and municipal corporators and municipal commissioners. Send the people there, ask them to train the babies. Our सैनिक, our home. हमारे घर पे खास हमारा सैनिक खड़ेगा, हमारे बच्ची सेफ, हमारे बच्चे सेफ, हमारे घर वाले सेफ, चोरियां नहीं होंगे. Lot of crime will be stopped. Why they don't take step? I don't even know. We can make money by themselves, because see, ma'am, today, to be very open, as into veterinary field, from here, I had been communicating to every individual practitioner from to Chandigarh even, and I am communication with every surgeon and every doctor. There is a bad state. Government allocated a few injections to the government hospital, and every day they had sent the injections to them in order to give free injections to the dogs. But they are selling it for 3,000 and 2,000 in the government veterinary hospitals in Hyderabad. Nobody is there to ask. Nobody is there to question them, because they belong to animal husbandry. It doesn't matter. Before they are belong to animal husbandry, they are a citizen. What I say. Instead of being responsible, they are making money. If they are making money, how to squeeze that money and get into divert that money into the NGOs? You have to think that also, na? Let them make money. Let them make money. But also, being a government, you have to focus on this particular thing. So there is no such platform for a common man to get this type of ideas, to reach to the CM or to the parliament, to the common people, how to get united. Now, where is the problem? Where is the actual cause of the problem? The root cause of the problem is people are blaming the voiceless. That यार बहुत हो गए कुत्ते, भाई कुत्ते बहुत नहीं हो गए, वही कुत्ते आज रो रहे रोड पे कि भाई इंसान इतने हो गए यार, रोड बन लेते, they are screwing our life. This is what even they are crying. They hardly live for 14 years with us, even though we beg them. They can't stay more than that. When Telangana state is availing or allowing so many breed dogs to come into the country, come into the state, and do the multiple sales, I ask animal husbandry and the animal organizations throughout India to take an action and state that pass on a rule to the Telangana government and pass on an amendment or a GO or some request to the Telangana government and to other states government also, stating that whoever are getting the breed dogs here and keeping at their home has to pay annual maintenance as a premium of 1,000 rupees to the government organization and get a passbook like Aadhaar card for the other breeds of other countries, whereas the validity of it should be mentioned as per the labor card issued by the government of other countries of Dubai or Saudi Arabia, the way they issue every year enrollment and the immigration card, the way it has to be done. Then people every annum, the way they take their vehicle for passing, the road passing and the vehicle passing and all, they have to take their pet dogs, do the medical checkup, health checkup, everything is well and fine. It is okay to be protected and stay in our areas. It's not contagious to anybody in the society. It has to be tested and treated by the doctor and stamped clearly that it is very good at health and all. Then it has to be allowed by the book. And after the book given, every 2 months, there should be a check happen. Whoever are breeding illegal dogs, who don't have licenses, who are illegal breeders, who are injecting drugs to the dogs, suffering their lives, making them to suffer. The dogs today have tumors, they have fits, they have kidney stones, they have n number of new diseases today. Why? For what? By what they are suffering and they are ending up their lives at 8-10 years. They are not even living 10 or 14 years. Why? Because people don't even take initiative to focus what's happening in their life. Government is irresponsible of it. So I wanted to take my voice to such people. I don't wanted to fight with anybody. Being a citizen, I wanted to mingle up with everybody as a family, and everybody are my sisters and my brothers. I wanted to be with everybody. There is somebody called as Rai Manvi Ji in Maharashtra. I think you might have knowledge of Manvi Ji, who is a person who is doing a lot of activities in north side for animals. You know, there is a person who is called as Chiranjeevi Megastar, who is Mr. Padma Bhushan Gar and Mr. Pawan Kalyan Gar, who have been contributing their lives for humans and invested a lot of money. I am trying to take an appointment from him in order to make my Petasainik foundation more stronger in the society, to legally fight for animal feeders, to legally make myself strong, any state, any place, any colony. It doesn't matter. Being a citizen, it is my responsibility to protect my citizens, my kids, my ladies, as well as my animals in the society. So I am always there for everybody. I run for everybody, even in the midnight. But end of the day, we need a equal love from everybody and equal bonding. When it will come, when we stop filing the cases against people and warning them, we don't want to do that. We don't want to create enmity with the voiceless and the humans. With this, what's happening is when I fight, when I do all this, and when I move from there, they are putting poison and feeding the animals. We can't be a CCTV camera for every dog. So what I am thinking is like we need to create awareness. We need to create campaigns, but in a very, very polite way, in a very, very lovable manner, cultivating love. Today's generation should be converted into the love on the animals. So today's generation who are staying in the colleges, who are pursuing their MBS, BS, and whoever the college and school students are there, the campaigning has to be started from the education industries. There should be a chapter and a lesson in every subject. What is the respect of a voiceless and what is an importance of an even earthworm? If even God curses and stop earthworms rebirthing, we will not even get one plant in the globe, and we don't even breathe now anymore. Our oxygen will stop directly because of no circulation in the planet, in the earth. So what I say is COVID had taught us that nothing will stay with us. Even though people are very, 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 very selfish, they misbehave with the animals. So my fight is to convey my love and cultivate into the love only now, but not keeping enmity with everyone. So my point is to take it to Revant Reddy Garu, who is the CM. So you have a lot of authorities and rights in your hand. where you can pass a small GO stating that every person who is selling their belts or accessories or whatever and getting license from Telangana government should be issued a passbook. In that particular passbook, every year renewal should be there. With the renewal, what is the payment they are paying for the government to issue them that particular license? That payment, out of that particular payment, the payment has to be hiked. First point, out of that particular payment receiving to the government, some sort of contribution, 0.2 or 0.5% of annual income should be contributed towards NGOs in order to make them strong. NGO people or animal feeders should not beg anybody ever and suffer in this society just because they are Indians. No. Just because they love Indians. No. Just because they have unconditional love towards our Indians. That's why they are contributing their services and they are treated very badly in the society. Very, very badly in the society. They had been slapped. They had been abused. I have all the video and audio evidences. A SI of a police station, instead of supporting a 53-year-old pensioner and a widow who had her husband had end up services giving to South Central Railway of central government. And that husband has passed away and she's a widow. She is receiving 10,000 and out of the 10,000, she is contributing 4 to 5,000 a month and she feed and as well as she rescue the dogs, she take the dogs to the people for animals, give them continuous follow-up 3 days, 4 days, 8 days, talk to the doctors, take photographs and all. We follow up sterilizing, we follow up everything. We go and get their babies again safe to the colonies. But what I say is, we have unconditional love. But we are not Nawabs of Hyderabad who have a lot of millions in our hand. Now that sort of people, because they don't have money, they are treated very badly by the people in the society. Like Dubai and like Saudi Arabia, you hit a camel, the person will be imprisoned for a lifetime. And they make money, they take the money from the person of blood money of 10 lakhs dirhams from him and they put him in the prison. If they hit even one animal on the road, that sort of value they give for an animal in Dubai, UAE. I finished my master's in Dubai, UAE. From 16 years of my life, I had been spending my time in Dubai, UAE. Even though I'm seeing a lot of money, a lot of people there, I don't change because I'm an Indian. I'm a born Indian. I respect my Indian woman. I respect my Indian citizens. Also, I respect my Indian voiceless. So how important they are in our role, in our family, we know. Why? Because our father go for job in the morning. Our mother today working for our tummy and she's going out and they are making money today. And everybody's lives are very busy. 0.5 or 0.2% of paying to some NGOs and making them to work for them is not a big deal. Your daughters will be protected. Your children will be protected. We will have a safe society. We will have safe citizens in our home. No issues will be raised together. Even after lockdown, we are not realized, even after COVID, we are not realized that how important the life is. We can't make money and nothing will come with us. COVID itself decided. But still, people are misbehaving with animals so badly, screwing up their lives, messing up their lives. So my focus is to bring change in the society by seeking the help of the government, municipal corporators, and every individual colony presidents. That every president is responsible for all the families and all the children who are residing in the colonies. If they are not responsible or not doing their duties, can be terminated immediately out of their positions. Why? Because in every individual family there is a father. Because he's go out for the jobs and all, they keep a president in the colony. That means a person is there, a gentleman. After me going to the office, my family is protected. That is what we think. Now, my kid is having multiple bites because of the dogs who are staying in the colony. For example, if I go and complain to my colony president, if I have to go and complain to him, first I should be educated that I have to take it to the notice of him, not hitting them with the stones or putting crackers on their head. No, I should take it to their notice. When I will take it to the notice? When I'm educated properly. When I'm educated properly, right? I know people started blaming me that I'm not educated. Ayurvedic treatment and without surgery, I treat the tumor bladders and tumor ducts. And even a born blind dog come to me and cat-rat dogs come to me. In 22 days, they get eyesight with the herbal medications. My forefathers and four grandmothers are completely doctors and founders of medications of homeopathic and Ayurvedic. And I'm born in there, brought up, and I had been grown up in medications. So I have a lot of knowledge. So that's why I don't even let the dogs or voiceless to go undergo the surgeries in the English doctors. Why? Because I know that after surgery, they don't take up. I know because I know the concern, I know the love what I have in them. So I had recovered a lot of tumor and bladder dogs, and as well as the paralyzed dogs and blind dogs completely, and dermatitis dogs and skin infected very badly. This type of dogs rescued and I had treated by my medications. They are suffering. I use completely homeopathic and Ayurvedic medications, whereas every medication is like this, which is neem, okay, which is completely, you can see this paspu, manu paspu, and the healthy, complete organic healthies and all. And I treat everybody, every baby with the natural campers, okay, and natural neem oils and all, in order to give them complete strength and fast recovery without any drugs injected. To keep it very clear, people know very clearly that because of Royal Canin, because of pedigree, because of drools, because of all these foods, gods, every dog is having lesser lifespan today. Everybody know about it, but they don't reveal. They don't reveal because they need to make money. People are fallen down now very selfishly on the dogs, and they give injections of 2,000, 3,000 dogs for get rid of ticks on the dogs. They are thinking that they are saving the dogs, but that particular tablets get into the intestines, do a lot of magics in them, whereas lifespan get down. So these particularities people don't even reveal, and they don't educate the pet owner to take care properly at home, organic way. They ask them not to feed the rice because actually rice is a main organic thing which is coming from our motherland, and whatever the babies who are breeded are come from other motherland. If they have to sustain here very strongly, they have to give them the food of our motherland completely. Then only they will have stamina and resistance capacity to stay here. But a lot of doctors who are young generation don't even have education of it, and they.
Hello, dear friends. We have a slight technical snag. We will be joining our guest and celebrity very soon in part 2. For now, it's a goodbye from the International Fab Talks. Stay connected with us. And if you like this beautiful video and if it should reach the right kind of people, do share this video with those people who really are interested in saving the voiceless creatures. Stay blessed and stay safe. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the International Fab Talks. Stay blessed.